What's going on, guys? It's Tony with Urban Girl Scout Media, living the dream as always, and here today to do a video game review of the PlayStation 2 version of Spider-Man, Web of Shadows, Ultimate Allies Edition, whatever the heck you want to call it. I want to point out from the start, this is the PlayStation 2 version. This is not some of the newer generation console versions or anything like that. The reason that's important is because it does seem that there is a range of different tweaks, I guess we'll call it, from some of the consoles on how this game came out. Let's jump right in. PlayStation 2, you guys know, is probably my favorite system all time. I mean, it's right there with Super Nintendo. I don't know if I could necessarily pick one or the other without doing some real soul searching. I was excited when I saw this game. The packaging definitely looked cool. You look at it and it talks about how you get the assistance of certain superheroes. Wolverine, I believe, is on the cover. Some other things like that. I gotta keep it real. It only took me about one run through of the first level before I realized that I did not know what I got myself into. The game itself is not bad, but there are a few issues with it. First is it's just your classic side-scrolling button masher. There's a handful of moves. You do get the option to change between Spider-Man and his black suit and red suit versions, the symbiote and the regular one, pretty freely, and they do have their own special abilities, but it's not much. There is a progression tree, and there is things you can kind of accumulate along the way, but it's by no means a perfect system. The Amazing Allies inclusion here is kind of what upsets me. These are actually just considered power-ups or in-game kind of moments of assistance, I guess we'll call it. These are not truly like you get these characters. These are not truly like you have these guys with you. And some of them are rather weak. I don't want to list all the names, but you don't get that as many as you would believe that actually are great. So that would be one of my biggest knocks on this game, is that I do not like to look into many game details before I buy the game itself, especially because I buy games used and they're generally on that PlayStation 2, PS3, older generation games. So I don't have to spend a lot in the first place, so I don't, it's not a big deal to me. And I just randomly came across this. But that Allies piece really pissed me off. Can't deny it. The other negative I have on this game is there's 10 levels. I don't want to give away much of the story, but there's like 10 levels. They do get a little repetitive. The theme is pretty straightforward. And I think that you have to be I would suggest being a big Spider-Man fan before diving into this. Again, not a terrible game. I'm going to give it a 2.5. Fuck it. We're going 2 out of 5 stars. Sorry. Or 2 out of 5 thumbs up, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, I feel bad for saying that, but it's a pretty basic game. It was fun. I enjoyed running through it. Probably just gonna, sit to the side forever now and likely never see the light of day again. It's unfortunate. But anyways, Spider-Man, Web of Shadows, Ultimate Allies, PlayStation 2. 2. I'm going to stick with it. 2 out of 5 stars. Controls are okay. Graphics are good for the PlayStation 2. You can't knock that. The story is respectable. But overall, it's just lacking a lot of things. And I'm pretty sure that based on what I read after I finished the game, to just kind of gauge what the response was from the community, the other newer console versions was much better. So I actually read in one article that I think like the PS3 was open world, not linear side-scrolling. So it's kind of cool. There you go, guys. Let me know if you've played this game. Share the video. Help me out. I want to be a full-time content creator, and you can do your part. Either way around it, I appreciate you listening. Have a wonderful day.